Chat GPT, good, bad, or indifferent? All right, so before we get started, if you live under a rock like Patrick Starr, or you're a dinosaur from a land before time, right, and you have no idea what the heck Chat GPT is, I'll go ahead and give you like a very quick rundown. Chat GPT is artificial intelligence. You get access. Imagine a machine that has access to all the internet's history of all time, and you can ask that machine a question, and it can go back and pull from all these different sources and give you an answer tailored to you. And yeah, like you get access to, like, even if you want to ask a certain person a question, you can ask Martin Luther King a question, and it'll pull all of the resources from Martin Luther King and give you an answer, right? And so there's so many things that can be done with it. You got guys. I looked up a workout today. Like, hey, give me a 45-minute hit workout, and so it goes out, gets all the answers, pulls them back, and boom, there it is, laid out. And so the question is that a good thing or is that a bad thing, right? And so I'm coming to you guys as the perspective of somebody who runs his own business. I have a financial services company that I run, and someone who also is big on his health. I used to be a professional athlete. I don't have any kids. I'm not married. I'm big in my faith as well. It's a big part of my life. But I'll tell you guys this. ChatGPT is something that I've been kind of dipping my toe in and out, looking at different marketing strategies, how to leverage that. Like I said, possible workout routines, and like I could literally go in there right now and look up how to create, a chicken dinner, or meal prep. Best meal prep option. I have access to chicken, noodles. I don't like pork. I don't like pork. I don't like, whatever, and it'll lay out a plan. And so, I'll tell you this. There's two sides to this, right? For me, one, I didn't like it at first. I'll be honest. Why? Because I come from more of a school of thought of like, yo, I need challenges. Like, so if something removes challenges from me, it becomes a crutch for me. That's my mindset, right? So, for example, like I played basketball, I used to lift all the time. Well, if someone comes up and now is picking up the weights for me, unless it's like a spotter for the last set, if they're just picking up the weights for me, it's like, it makes it easy, right? This is a conversation I have all the time. Like, my parents, I grew up in a military household. My parents had decent money. I didn't really struggle growing up, right? And so sometimes even when you look at that, like they call it, I'm not a trust fund baby. My parents didn't have a trust fund, but the idea of like the trust fund baby, the issue becomes there's no problems in that kid's life. So they there's a book called something, Shut the F Up, or something, Art of Not Giving a F, and it talks about how our brain creates new problems, right? So if there's no problems in the world, our brain has a void because there's an area in our brain that's actually created to solve problems. So if there is no problems, then that place has a void. So then it starts to create its own problems, right? I'll give you an example. I used to live in Brazil. In Brazil, there's a lot of places where running water is trash. There's a lot of places where the cars are not automatic; they're manual, right? So, but I was born in the U.S. and my parents had decent money, so all I ever knew was what? Running water, lights, automatic cars, air conditioning, right? And so when I went to Brazil, it was like a freaking culture shock, but it developed a certain level of grit within me to be able to deal with certain challenges that honestly I don't think I was ready to deal with before I went, right? And so I said the same when I saw ChatGPT. I said, "Oh no, here's another thing coming out to allow people to have a crutch where they don't have to really learn anything, and they could just, it's like the concept of like the calculator, right? Like you have the teacher and they're teaching you long division, and once you graduate, they say, great, you never have to learn, never have to do long division again. Like, what's the point? Well, the point is so you can have the conviction to know that you know how to do what you're doing, right? So when I look at it now, I look at it as a tool to amplify what you're doing, right? One of the things that for me was like the scariest like idea is like, okay, you're gonna have these people out here who are gonna like they've never been in leadership before, they've never helped anybody through anything, and they're gonna go chat GPT, create me a book on leadership and helping people, boom, and it's gonna be selling, and people are reading these books, and this is from somebody that's never done this before, right? And I feel like that just devalues humanity. Like, I don't like that at all. However, just like a gun is bad in a bad man's hands and good in a good man's hands, just like, social media is not good for someone who requires approval from others. Social media is not good for somebody who doesn't know who they are. Social media is also really good for people that have a message they want to spread and a vision that they have and impact they want to have in a community. I think it's the same with ChatGPT. I think for the person who is using it as a tool to expand and amplify what they're doing, I think it's extremely valuable. Even when it comes to content creation. Right now, this video, I haven't done any ChatGPT, I haven't looked up anything, but I maybe should have. It may have helped, right? Maybe it would have gave me like a more structured outline to follow for this video. But even for content, it gives you a chance to, jot down and lay out certain pieces of content and marketing strategies. And I think that's good. I think that's good for the person who is actually, what's the word? Walking the walk and talking the talk, right? For example, you get on YouTube and you have a outline of something you want to talk about, and it's created by ChatGPT, but that's information that you don't actually know. I'll tell you this, I'm somebody that I've gotten to the point, I study people, I study myself. I'm going to read through that, and I'm going to know that that's not you.
To read?
Oh, yes. Nice to see you again, Fletcher. By the way, I'll be observing you in court this afternoon. I've been hearing some good things about you.
Well, Fletcher has just been...
Like, I'm going to know that you don't speak from a place of conviction. You don't speak from a place of moral authority, if that makes sense, right? And so I'll see it, but there's thousands that may not, right? So that's my take on it, man. Like, I'll give you an example. I was just on the phone with one of my guys up in Connecticut. There's an office that we run up there, and he said that he used ChatGPT to do a workout plan, and he customized it. He's like, man, give me a workout plan where I'm doing 3 days a week. I want to have bigger thighs because I don't want to be the chicken leg guy who skips leg day. So I want to make sure my thighs get bigger. I also want to make sure that I'm strengthening my back because I got back issues and blah blah. And then boom, just laid it out for him. I'm like, that is freaking sick. Like, that's sick. Like, who wouldn't want to do that, right? So I love that, and I'm probably gonna start using it a lot more than I have been. I will say that the only challenge there, I told him, I said, you now may now be in a place where you believe you're like, well, I don't need a trainer anymore, right? Which is fine, and that could, now trainers don't have a job. I don't think that's gonna happen, but the reason why I say that is, what you will miss is the energy of having a human trainer with you, and what that does to the human spirit and your soul and competition and, being at that last rep and that guy saying, come on, get through it, push through it, right? Like, there's a reason why, like, I'll give you an example. Basketball. This is something I was talking to my team about. The bubble games, like when COVID-19 happened and people are watching basketball through Zoom. Right? Now, we'll put a picture up. You look at people looking through basketball through Zoom versus the flu game, right? Versus all the game sevens that Michael Jordan was in. Which one's more memorable? right? Which one, if you had a choice to watch, you know, some of the guys through Zoom during COVID, or to be in the arena at the game with 17 seconds. You hear the announcer, 17 seconds, 17 seconds.
Malone is doubled. They swat at it and steal it. Here comes Chicago. 17 seconds. 17 seconds from game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan open. Chicago with the lead.
Which one, like, even me, as I say, is more exciting to talk about. Like, because I remember that. I don't remember none of the bubble games. Like, I think one of my guys, Twan, was saying, what's the guy's name? Adebayo's block.
Clock at 7. Working against Butler. Got downhill. Couldn't punch it. Bam says, get it out of here. Adebayo. Scott.
So, I do think one of the dangers is not recognizing the value of the human spirit and what it means to be together. Like, you look at Netflix, for example, as a company. Netflix, No Rules Rules, the book, and how powerful it was for, you know, the culture of that environment. Google campuses, right? Of course, they have a lot going on, systems and telework, but being at that campus, to feel the energy, I think this is something big, especially for business owners, right? I remember I saw a video online of guys like, what did he say? Oh, he said because since ChatGPT released, he's now replaced 8 of his employees. 8 of his employees, right? Now, at first glance, you're like, freaking wise decision, bro. Like, you know, net, you know, plus minus, like revenue, gross versus net. Like, if it the most expensive thing that a small business owner has to pay for is what? Taxes, and then their employees, payroll. Makes logical sense. However, if that guy's business now went from an S corp with 8 employees to an LLC, let's just say, for example, was none. Let's just say, like, where's the energy? The energy's gone. You value more the capital you're going to retain than you do the spirits of the people and the energy of the people that you were around that could help grow this organization, and you can help grow them, and the energy transfer and what that means, the relationships, right? Like, that's I don't know, man. That's a tough one. So, you know, it becomes this like this dance, this balancing act between, okay, the revenue that I can gain from it, but also the person and the people. And I think it all comes down to what you want. What do you want to do? What do you value? And I'll tell you this, one thing I've learned is that nothing in the world is innately bad outside of the way we use it, right? Like, again, guns aren't bad. Social media is not bad. ChatGPT is not bad. And I know some things like, I mean, and I don't want to get too I'm just, video is not bad. It's bad people that turn video into pornography. But video itself is not bad. It's an innovation to move humanity forward, but there's some seed, bad apples and all that pervert things, right? But so I'm excited about it because I have grown a lot over the last few years, and I have put in place some boundaries to make sure that I'm very diligent about using things for good and not for my selfish gain. So I'm excited about it, and I'm excited for the uses of it and where it could go. So that's my take, man. That's my take on, maybe we do this, man. Maybe we do like a, I don't know. Maybe we do like a Fact Friday, something, I don't know. But we may start something. But yes, here's my take on ChatGPT. Is it good or is it bad? And again, coming from me, Greg Brown, business owner, I have an agency, Evolution Financial Agency, where we teach about wealth creation, but also wealth retention. Reason being, a lot of us are taught how to make money, how to go out there, get degrees, all this stuff, but we're not taught how to hold on to it, right? And so one of my big things in business is just helping people transform how we look at money. But then here on YouTube, for me, this is something I've always been passionate about, and something that that I just think sharing ideas and people getting together, relationships, communities. For me, I look at, average people build, average thinkers build like a business, and big thinkers build a community, man. For me, it's about community and what we can each do with our own story to help the next person get to their next. And that's what this thing called life is about, man. Like, we live our life, our authentic selves, and hopefully just living our authentic selves, someone else is inspired to live theirs as well. So that's it. That's my take on ChatGPT. And look forward to talking to you guys on the next one. Take care.